My name is Jane Callachan. I live in Salem, Massachusetts. Initially, it was very hard. I was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at 55, and it cost me my job. Fortunately, I found out that DAI existed, and the best thing about it was that nobody had to drive me to a meeting. I didn't drive anymore. I really felt captive in my home. And just the opportunity to be with other people who were dealing with dementia diagnoses, and I felt more independent because I didn't have to have somebody drive me. And that was like the number one thing that opened up the door. And then I started meeting the people in the DAI support group. We talk about everything. It's amazing that, it's amazing to me that here we are, everybody's afraid of dementia and we're doing well. And it's not the end of the world. And I'm sad to admit that when I was first diagnosed and I couldn't work anymore, I pictured myself in an old age home, peeing myself. You know, I pictured the most gruesome, stereotypical things about what we think dementia looks like. But now for me, dementia looks like support from my peers and the ability to talk about whatever is on my mind. We don't always talk about dementia. We talk about other stuff too, like the real stuff of life. And it's helped me enormously that, when somebody comes to like join the group and you're like, hey, Bob, how you doing? And it's like you're right there with that person. And it really does make a difference about it. And what can I do to help you? And, there really is a great deal of support for those of us who are open about dementia, and it's not the end of the world. And that was such a relief to find, even though it was the end of my job. I have much more time to contemplate loftier things, and I love to just sit and listen to the radio, and before they announce the piece, I hear the chord and I know what the piece is going to be. And that's good for my brain. And I really spend a lot of my day following stories, listening to the music that I love, remembering things, and focusing on like the little joys of life. Nobody can take that away from me. They took away my job. But they're not going to take away my joy of life. I was very lucky when I was first diagnosed. A friend of mine told me that there's a James Taylor song that says, the secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Wow, that was just like a revelation for me, that I'm entitled to enjoy every aspect of my life to the fullest, despite a terminal disease. So many people get this diagnosis that they have dementia or Alzheimer's, and they immediately want to like shrink away from society. And I would really like to be part of changing that. It's nice to know that music is hardwired in our brains. You know, there's math didn't stick for me at all, but music stuck, you know? Gee, if you know anybody who goes to a neurologist who says, get your affairs in order, go find a new neurologist.